I think the first and probably the most significant trend in fintech is the way online players are being able to bring people and businesses that were previously not in the formal sector into the formal sector, right? Because of the ability to go online and access credit at a click of a button, large populations of SMEs, kirana stores, and individual consumers are actually starting to access credit from formal banking channels. I think that's a major trend that's going to be irreversible in the long run. I think a second trend is the rise of data and the shift from human-driven decision-making in lending to data-driven decision-making. And I think this is quite significant because traditionally, lending in India has relied on a lot of gut feel on the part of credit officers who essentially operate in a restricted community or radius around the branch where they sit. This has resulted in kind of inefficiency in the process, long processing times, and human bias. What data is actually allowing digital players to do is not only make the process of decisioning more efficient, but also in many ways more accurate, and actually underwrite businesses that previously would have been rejected by a loan officer. I think a third trend is the rise of kind of paperless transactions through the India stack, UPI, Aadhaar, etc. I think a fourth is the kind of a push into tier 3 and tier 4 towns, right? So much like what e-commerce has done, online financial services platforms are now being able to deliver products to people in smaller towns who may live very far away from a branch, but can access it at a click of the button. I think the final thing that trend that's changing is just customer experience, right? Fintech players are setting entirely new benchmarks for customer experience. At Capital Float, we recently started to do loans to kirana stores in under 10 minutes on their mobile phone. That's an unprecedented experience in financial services today across any kind of product. So I think customer service is probably the last and most durable trend that you're going to see fintech driving in the next 5 to 10 years.
Probably number one is data and how we use data most effectively to either improve the customer experience or make better lending decisions. I think that's number one. Number two is probably authentication, and so specifically UID and Aadhaar, how we use that database to authenticate customers across all range of financial services.
So startups are the one which will be actually building innovation in a big way. So you will see how the larger companies are working right now. They are acquiring a lot of small startups. The ideas being acquired.